I'm live. Is that all it took? Please tell me. There we go, finally. It only took a few minutes, but I think I finally got it. Thank you to all who is joining me. I'm just going to be doing a brand new, I guess you could call it Summer Anime 2020 Reactions video. Because there's been some more stuff that's came out. You might hear the fan in the background. I do apologize. It is 117 today. There's a heat warning going on, and oh my god. You just... you couldn't ask for a more perfect day. In a few hours, I'm going to be on King of Anime podcast with my good friend C Tactics and Sasuke the Savage. So after this, you can follow me on his channel. Alright, let's get into this. There's been some new shows that have come out this week. There's going to be some that I'm not going to talk about. This one, The God of High School, saving that for King of Anime. This one, if you haven't been following me, I already did a live watch on this one. So if you want to see my reactions to that, watch that. And I'll also go more in depth tonight on King of Anime podcast. And then the final thing, obviously I won't be talking about ReZero. That too is also for King of Anime podcast. Hello Satsuki, my friend. How are you doing? Hopefully you're surviving. Alright. First one. Decadence. Well, if you saw my last live stream with this one, you'll see that it's kind of, I don't know, almost like a post-apocalyptic futuristic type thing. It's pretty interesting. And I saw the first episode not that long ago. The art style reminds me kinda of Trigger. I don't think it is Trigger. Nut. Yeah. I mean, it's almost as if they're trying to imitate the style because it's got the same kind of quirky and wacky animation style. And it's get rid of that. It's interesting. We have our main character. I guess her father gets killed. Oh, you got rain? Bring that rain over here, Satsuki. I wish I had it. God, I wish I had it. Her father dies. She loses her arm. That's why, I don't know if you can see it right there, but how do I do that? Control plus? Oh yeah, there we go. You see, she's got like her hands missing. She just got a robotic arm. And she calls him boss. What's his name? Kaburiga. They're on the side of this really giant mecha, because you could call it like a fortress, and it's called Decadence. And they clean it and wash it, and flipping. There's a scene where we see these bad things. The first time we ever see one is this thing. I guess it's his pet. And it reminds me of like cute little dog. So adorable. It's this is the first time we ever see these monsters, and I thought that was an interesting choice to show a cute little innocent looking thing. And then eventually later in the episode we see these things, and this giant thing just fights them, and I might stick with it. It seems pretty interesting. I guess you have to like in order to become like a soldier, you have to do grunt work for 5 years before you're even considered like a soldier. And yeah, I don't know if it's gonna be one of those, she's a little girl and then becomes like an adult. That'd be kind of interesting. But nevertheless, it'll be interesting to see where this goes. They kind of introduced some other characters. I guess this is her friend. That's, I think, the captain. And this is some random dude that ended up getting somebody killed because they fell thousands of feet down from this, and yet they landed magically on their feet. I have no idea. So yeah, give it a chance. It's definitely entertaining. There's a lot of action. Next one I saw, this one, Uzaki. How do you say this? She wants to hang out, whatever. Yeah, Uzaki-chan wants to hang out. This is interesting. I thought I based it off of this. I thought that the girl was like 12, but apparently she's in college, so she's an adult. You know, you have our main character. He's 20. She's 19, so she's like 1 year younger than he is. And it's just a show where she's high energy, wants to just hang out with this dude, and this dude's just like, you know, the typical main male protagonist where he's, leave me alone, I don't want your attention, when any guy would probably be like, yeah, I want you to give me the attention. She wears this shirt, and it's like Sugoi Deka, and I guess translated it stands for super huge, or super big, super something. And all I can say to that is, hey, she knows what she's rocking, and she doesn't care. She's gonna let everybody know. She's like, I got super big tits. It's pretty much your typical slice of life. The first episode was mainly just what's the main guy's name? Sakurai Shinichi. I'll just call him Shinichi. He wanted to go to the movies by himself, but she's just like, hey, you know, let me keep you company. And he's like, no, I don't want you to. And then she started saying some things, and other people were like, oh my god, he's treating her like that. And he's like, fine, get your ass on over, let's go. So they went to the movies, then they went to eat, then they went to like Best Buy or something. Then at one point, they went to a batting cage, pretty much like a date. And I will say one thing, for a show that has a huge boobed woman, it wasn't overly fixated on the boobs. I don't get me wrong, it's still the first episode, so it's there's still a chance that there's going to be more. But whenever it had its opportunities, it definitely you know, it focused a lot on her chest. Look at this chair, it's vibrating. Look at this workout thing, it's supposed to like help you. And the boobs are just moving. It seems in. Oh, and for some reason there's this weird cat. I don't know if you can see it. Let me do it even more. With these, okay, I think that's too close. With these absolutely humongous eyes, no one can see that. Anyway, he's supposed to have these really bug eyes, and it just looks weird. Looks super weird. But, yeah, she does have a pretty big head. Her voice, from what I remember, it sounds like the same girl from that one anime. Let me back this up a bit so that I can see her voice actress. She's from, what was her character that I saw that I was like, yep, that definitely sounds like her. now I can't, of course, now I can't see it now that I'm trying to look for this damn thing. Man, she does a lot of voices. Anyway, I can't find it. It was like from that one anime game. Oh wait, no, I clicked on the wrong one, that's why. Ah, there she is. Gabriel Dropout. She sounds exactly like this girl, except this girl was a more interesting character and so fucking funny, and the only reason why this show was good. But other than that, I didn't really care for that show. Yeah, High School DxD needs to, I don't know, take a chill. Haven't they made like 5 of those? I only liked the first 2 seasons. Then after that, it just kind of got repetitive. But anyway, I might check this one out again, see where it goes. More goofy shenanigans. You know, this guy wants to be a loner, but she's just like, I won't let you be alone. It's like, you can say no, my man. You don't have to keep her. You don't have to keep her coming back for more. Next one. Rent a Girlfriend. I did see this one. I saw this one this morning. And people were hyping this one up. Let me zoom in on that. People were hyping this one up. And I kind of thought to myself, who in their right mind would just be like, yeah, I'll pay good hard cash just to pretend like I even have a girlfriend? I mean, I can understand, you know, paying a girlfriend or paying somebody to do more than be just a girlfriend. You know, take that as it is. But, yeah, to me, if you're just going to go on a date, you might as well just pay the money you're going to pay to buy her a drink and all this other stuff and just go from there. We're introduced to this guy, Kazuya. I think it's this girl. He has a girlfriend, and he's also a college student. I have to admit, I'm surprised that there's so many more college-themed animes lately, especially this season, versus high school. Maybe that's a changing of the guard. Maybe they're going to be like, oh, we got to cater towards the older audience now. People like it when they're legal. So this guy is happy. He's got himself a girlfriend. She breaks up with him after a month. And he's just so depressed. He's like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get this girl to be my girl. Because he looked on his phone and saw the Rent a Girlfriend app, and he picked her. This girl, I noticed her voice right away when I was listening to her. Same voice actress as Aqua from Konosuba. And it was very, it was just very uncanny. I'm like, oh my gosh. And this is pretty much an anime where it's filled with shenanigans and hilariousness ensues. He takes her out. You know, he got to experience how it felt like to hold hands. He was jizzing in his pants for that. What if I paid her to hold hands? Can they even show that? Oh yeah, that's like I was about to say. At the very end of the episode, they held hands, and he was like, "Oh my god, this is so amazing." So then he went to like go to review her, and he was upset because he saw other people were like, "Oh, that's her bit." You know, she makes sure to hold hands with the guy at the end, but she doesn't mean it. And it's like, well, no shit, she doesn't mean it. You're paying to have a girl hold your hand and be with you. What did you expect? That's like going to a strip club and thinking that the woman's even interested in you because she's taking her clothes off. You've given her money to do that. So I don't understand why he would think, oh, well, that's, oh my god, Satsuki, yeah, they hold hands hardcore in this anime. So he actually takes her out on another date. And he's just pissed off the whole time because, well, first he gave her a 1-star review. And he's like, how dare you this, how dare you that. He kind of loses his cool in public. Then she goes from being this cutesy, nice kind of person and then kind of lets her, I guess, true self out. Or maybe her pissed off side. I don't know. And you see her attitude kind of come out. And she's just like, hey, I'm doing this for money. And, I agree. She's doing this for money. Don't be pissed off just because you paid. And she even says it in the show. She's like, you paid for me, okay? Which then this leads to awkward situation later. He gets a call from his parents saying that his grandma's in the hospital. By the way, the grandma in this anime is a 10 out of 10. She's like the old kind of stubborn grandma who's very proper and just, she's a badass. I really like her. He goes to the hospital, sees her. She then in turn sees her. And his parents is basically just making fun of him like, oh, that can't be his girlfriend. He can never get a girl like that. So then, without even skipping a beat, he's just like, yep, that's my girlfriend. And they're like, what? And she's like, oh my God, I have to tell all the other, elderly people in this hospital. So she leaves. And then she freaks out because she's like, oh my God, my grandma is at this hospital. And if she were to see me doing what I'm doing, being a rent-a-girlfriend, she's going to flip out. So then this leads into them hiding and doing the old being together in the closet type cliche. They're eventually spotted by both her and I guess her grandma. And he was about to cop to it. He was going to say, I have a confession. She's not really my girlfriend. But then she goes ahead and says, yep, that's my boyfriend. And then they're both happy. They're singing. They're like, oh, we're going to have grandkids. We're going to have, oh man, this is great. And then this ends with them having kind of like a somber moment. Like, this is my life. This is my grandparents. This is my life. This is what I do. We should just say that we broke up and then just never see each other again. And then, wouldn't you know it, the very next day, he goes back to his college and he sees his friends. He then sees her looking completely different with her hair done, I don't know, kind of like nerdy. And then she's got glasses. And then that's how the episode ends. I do not know what, I guess that's the ex. I don't know who this girl is. I don't know who that girl is. There are probably other girls that do this stuff. And I don't know what's going to happen with it. And I'm just like, I might watch it again, but if it's just going to be the same thing where it's just like coincidence, bumping into people, doing this, doing that, then I don't know. I'll see about it, but it was an okay first episode. It wasn't anything like great. It kind of like, it's an interesting idea, but then it kind of held on to the old cliches of every other kind of, I don't know, slice of life / romantic comedy sort of thing. So that's how that one was. This next one is very interesting. Peter Grill, what's it called? Peter Grill in the Philosopher's Time. So this anime is a short anime. It's not even 24 minutes, it's like 12 minutes long. Our main dude, kind of not a good picture to represent him, but, or maybe it is, I should say. But that's him right there. Okay, that's a better picture. This guy, he just won a tournament, and he's like the strongest person in the world, and he defeated this like demon-looking thing. And he, I guess in this world, there's like more than just humans. There's all kinds of demons and ogres. These are ogres. I don't know what she is. And cat people and all of the generic stuff that you'd expect from all these things. Why is this the third most popular? So anyway, this guy wins. he is actually going to be married to this woman. In fact, they had been dating for 2 years. And all that they've been able to do is hold hands. She's very naive, because he flat out asks her, he says, "Where do you think babies come from?" And she's like, "They get picked from the freaking Cabbage Patch by the stork." And da-da-da-da-da. So she doesn't even know, she doesn't know anything about sex, I guess. She's just like, naive. And him, he's just like, oh man, I have to marry this person in the next couple of years. No joke, after he had just won and he was like racing home to get with her, these two are sisters, younger sister, older sister. The first thing this woman says is, "Hey, I need your semen so that I can make a strong warrior, child, whatever." And he's like, "Girl, I have a girlfriend, so no." So then the older sister comes around and is like, "Girl, what are you doing?" She's like, "I'm sorry, sister." She's like, "That job's for me." So then they're both after him, and he's like, "No, I don't want this." And then that's when they have that conversation, yada, yada, yada. He goes home. Who the fuck is laying in his bed but these two women? Like, naked. And he throws both of them out. But then, I guess they were causing a ruckus outside, and the neighbors are like, "Oh, what a scumbag. He's leaving these naked women out there." So, well, personally, it's just like, that's your problem. Leave. He lets them back in. These people get naked. He starts filling them up, doing all this other stuff, and get this man gives in to temptation. He cheats on his girlfriend with these two ogres. I honestly didn't think that was going to happen on the very first episode. How can we root for this guy? He's been... I understand there's giving in a temptation because, you guys have been together for 2 years and you haven't even done so much as even did a booty call or anything. But then you turn around and just... you just decide to sleep with not one but two people at the same time. I mean, what's going to happen from here on out in this show? What is he going to start cheating with his girlfriend and going out with other people? I don't even understand what this show is supposed to... Like, you can't really root for this guy, right? Is it trying to make you think that he's... oh, well, this could happen to anybody. And yeah, of course it can happen to anybody, but I don't condone cheating. But it's just it's one of those weird things that I wasn't expecting in the very first episode. I know, Peter, we believed in you, and you've gone ahead and had a menage a trois with two ogres. I don't know if that was his first. Maybe it was. I don't know if he's gonna go on to sleep with some elves and this teddy bear looking thing. But you can't help but feel bad for this girl. I don't know what's gonna happen in future episodes, and I don't even know if I want to watch to see. This might be one of those things where I watch just to see how bad it gets. Kind of like, Are You Lost? But I really wouldn't recommend this show. Because I can't help but not feel bad for this guy. He brought it upon himself. He could have just thrown their asses out. Exactly. Called the cops. Said, "Hey, these women are naked at my doorstep, beating down the door. I need an adult." So, last episode, which is episode 2 of a show that I started, and it seemed so interesting. It's a long one, but I'm just going to call it the Misfit of Demon King Academy, or just call it the Misfit Demon King. So for those of you who have already seen it, my last video I kind of described what it was about. You know, this guy right here, he's the Demon King reincarnated. And I was kind of curious because I was like, well, how does that work? This episode, it showed what happened and how he was reincarnated and how I guess he sacrificed his life, him and this, I guess, hero, and they made the world a better place. 2,000 years later, he's reincarnated. And one of the most funniest scenes I have ever seen was when this guy, when he gets reincarnated, he's being held in his mother's arms, and the mother and the father looking, and they're like, oh, here's our baby, what are we gonna name him? He starts speaking in proper sentences as if he's an adult, and he's got the same deep voice and everything. And he's like, my name is Anos Velagold. And then the parents just go, what? And this guy, he, look at this guy. You see him? You see him? I guess he's a month old. I don't know how that works when it comes to growing. I don't know how that works when it comes to, like, does he stop growing from here? Or is this going to be the size? But he's only a month old. I remember when she said that, his mother said that in the show, I was like, I'm sorry. Do you mean to tell me that this person is a month old? Oh, there's his mother, Isabella. She's probably the best character in this whole show. Yeah, you have yourself a good one too, Satsuki. I'll see you in an hour and a half. Have a good one, man. For the rest of you that are still here, or that will catch this later, I'm glad you guys are still here. So anyway, he's friends with her. This one, Sasha, she doesn't like her even though they're sisters, but I guess they're not sisters by blood. So then, she's very strong in her own right. She challenges him to like a duel, and he's just like, are you crazy? Yeah, I accept. So then, this turns into one of the most epic beatdowns in all of anime, where he lifts a fucking castle with his hand and his magic, and he flings it and spins it and makes it look like this guy is so fucking overpowered. I guess she challenged him to a fight because I guess she wanted him to be his pet, but he was like, hey, I got something better, you can serve under me, yada yada yada. Long story short, they fight. This girl is now under him, and she moves pretty quick. She she fell for him. She likes him, and I almost think I know where this is going when it comes to this anime. He's eventually gonna have this person and this person and this person. They're all gonna be under him, and you know, this is basically just a harem with demonic magic and all other kinds of stuff. But you know what? It's still fun. I still think I really like this show. It's goofy, and it's not one of those take yourself so seriously type animes, but it is super fun. And I would recommend it, because if you watch the first episode, definitely watch the second episode. I believe that's all I saw. Oh, we still have these coming up. I don't know if I'm going to watch either of these. I think I might watch this one, but probably not this one. So anyway, never going to watch this one again. Not going to watch that. Never going to watch this again. Talking about this one later. Never going to watch this one again. Haven't seen the first one, so I'm not watching that one. Going to watch that. Talk about that later. Never gonna watch this one. Talk about that later. Maybe watch this one. Never gonna watch this one. Watch this one, and not that one. And maybe I'll watch. Where is it? Maybe I'll watch this one again, but I'll see how I feel. Alright. Well, that's it, good people. It's been fun. It's been real. I really like... Oh, excuse me. I really do like doing these streams. I enjoy interacting with my fans and my subs, and I think the next time I do this, I'm going to be doing the second episode of Snafu. I can't believe I have to wait a whole nother week for that to come back. But yeah, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all